Gonzaga's first annual Professor basketball game. The final warm-ups are just about finished here, and we're almost ready to go. Now, tonight's broadcast is going to include a lot of information about these professors. We'll have a couple of different feature stories for a few of them. And to get things started, let's start with the oldest player on the court, Dr. Eddie Birrer.
Okay, so shooting the cash flows. We've done the indirect method. The next thing we want to talk about is the direct method. My name is Eddie Birrer. I'm a professor of accounting. Been at Gonzaga for the last 32 years. I've taught in Oklahoma, Montana, Virginia, Minnesota, but I've ended up at Gonzaga, and that's where I want to be. It was a conscious choice my wife and I made to be associated with a Catholic university, and that's the main reason I came here. I like the fact that the school has grown, but just being with the students and being able to play basketball with them is fun. Maybe not as much fun now as it was 20 years ago when I was younger and could halfway keep up with them, but I still enjoy the game, and they don't fuss too much if I happen to end up on their teams. Well, there is basketball, but it's also a sense of community. And even though the school has grown in size, there's still a real strong community feeling. You get to know the students well. I had one student stop by this morning and say her mom is going to be here this weekend, and I taught her mom nearly 25 years ago. So that's enjoyable. It's just nice to have those connections. On the team I'm playing on for this faculty basketball game, just one of my former students, Kathy Hart, is on that team. And bless her heart, Kathy has never played basketball before by her own admission, but she's just has good spirit to her and wants to play just for the fun. So I applaud her for that. As I say that, it's hard for me to say that. Because for me, fun is winning. So I tend to be pretty competitive.
Dr. Birrer is not only the oldest player on the court, but also the longest tenured. And now he is standing by with our Kennedy McGann. Kennedy?
Now, Dr. Birrer, you were a collegiate basketball player at Carroll College. How are you going to incorporate the skills that you learned back then to the game tonight?
Well, like I told you earlier, I'm not sure I remember those skills because that was 50 years ago, Kennedy.
And why did you decide to come to the Gonzaga community and teach here?
Well, my wife and I were looking to settle at a Catholic college. Both went to parochial school, both went to Catholic colleges. Just seemed the right place to go.
Wonderful. Well, we're very happy to have you here. And last question, what do you anticipate for tonight's game, being back on the court for an organized game?
I think it'll be good for about 2 minutes. After that, who knows?
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure you're going to do great tonight. So thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Back to you, Daniel.
Thanks, Kennedy. Dr. Birrer, he is a guy that is out there at noon ball, Ryan, playing with the young guys on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. And you know what? He can run with us. He really can.
It's unbelievable, just seeing a guy that at his age is getting up and down with these college students is something you don't see anymore. He's full of energy, and I've seen him make a couple shots on him too. He's pretty good.
He's got a nice hook shot that will really get the young guys playing pickup. Let's get to the starting lineups for tonight. No coaches in this one, so the players kind of chose their own lineups. Let's start with the visiting team in blue. David Faig, Matthew Geske, A.J. Hawk, Heather Hoyk, and Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith, you see him right there on camera. He's got that crazy afro going, the yellow sweatbands. He has come ready to play.
It shows confidence. He knows he can make down a couple shots, and it's all in the hair. He knows it.
He's got that swagger going. We'll see if that can translate out on the court. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the white team. Eddie Birrer, Raja Bose, Heidi Nordstrom, Tyler Tritton, and Tyler Wasson. We were watching both these teams start warming up really early. You had your eyes set on number 22, Tyler Tritton. What do you like about his game based on what you saw in warm-ups?
I saw he was bringing back the old Kobe, turnaround jumper, and he hit a couple of them. So I wouldn't be surprised, if he wants to pull one of those out for, early from the game.
He's got that nice beard, a little, just. There's something about a beard that kind of makes him a little more intimidating.
No, absolutely. He's more modern. More temporary. He's got the beard's nice. If he was a girl at the top and get a man bun, he would look really good.
The man bun. Really good. When you kind of look at just the hair and the facial hair, a little bit of a DeMontis Sabonis look-alike, if you ask me.
Yeah, he looks just like him. He just needed a thick accent. He'd be good to go, and maybe like a foot or two. But other than that, he'd be looking good.
Tyler Tritton, one of the newest faculty members here to Gonzaga. He's been here for a year. teaches in the philosophy department. His wife, Dr. Danielle Lane, also in the philosophy department. I was able to take her class back in the fall. Ancient Concepts of Justice, great class. You know, philosophy is such a big thing about the Jesuit education. Now let's go back to Jimmy Smith. He's been on camera for this entire warm-up here. Is he going back to is he trying to fit into just the Gonzaga hair mindset here, or what do you think?
I don't know. It looks like back in the Ronnie Turioff days, but, you know, at least Ronnie would take care of it. You know, he would put it in braids or something. He's just letting it go. He has no shame, just all out.
Now, do we think that's a wig, or do we think that's real?
Oh, that's real. That's the real deal.
It's the real deal here. Jimmy Smith, sports and physical education. He actually is the newest member to the Gonzaga faculty. January 2016 was his start date, and he's already made a big impression on students. From all those that I've talked to, they've really enjoyed the energy and the charisma that he brings into the classroom. People still continuing to file in here. It's turned into a packed house for the first annual Gonzaga Professor basketball game set up by GSBA. This is the GUTV Final Class project, and it's all done using the SWX equipment, the SWX production truck. Really a lot of people that have come in to help this broadcast happen, so we are grateful for that. Now, talking to our professor, Dan Garrity, he is on the blue team. He says AJ Hawk right there, number 15 on the blue team, is going to be a ringer tonight. She played her college basketball at Western Oregon, a Division II school. How do you think that experience is going to translate out here?
Well, you know, she's probably the only person out here that's played in front of a crowd like this. You know, there's a very good amount of people out here, and so, you know, the nerves could really get to you, and it could mess up your jump shot, or, you know, your entire mindset. So, you know, I feel like that's where she's going to be her strongest suit.
And now let's go back to our Professor Dan Garrity. There he is. What are those? What is that shoe game, Ryan?
They look like not like running shoes, like actually like tennis court shoes, like Filla's or something. Oh, they are Filla's. Yeah. Good choice by Dan Garrity.
I really don't know why he's stretching. He tells us that back when he played in high school, back at Brophy in Phoenix, Arizona, Jesuit school down in Arizona, he was the Rem Bacchus of not only the freshman team, but he says the freshman B team. That's pretty special. That's
one of the highest honors you can get as a freshman. That's unbelievable. Congrats to that guy.
But all jokes aside, what a guy to lead this program. He's definitely steered us in the right direction, and none of this broadcast, anything that we've been able to do both this year and in the past would not be possible without Professor Dan. Now let's go over to another member of the integrated media department, Raja Bose. Raj is getting laced up over there on the sideline. He'll get the start. Raj works with photography. He does all kinds of different things in the integrated media department, and he is a student favorite from those that have had him.
Yeah, obviously I could see it. You know, he can tell during warm-ups. You know, he had a good little jump shot for him. So I'm excited to see how deep he's willing to pull up, you know, early this game, if he's got to bring it out to the college three-point line, or if he's going to, you know, take it even closer towards the free throw line, see where he's going to go.
Well, based on his hidden talent, looks like he's all about that no-look behind-the-back three-point shot. Have you seen that one before?
I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't seen it done right, I guess, you know, very accurately. So hopefully he can show us how it's done.
There'll be a lot of things that we probably have never seen on a basketball court. Very unique skill sets here. Some have played, some have never stepped on a basketball court. For some it'll be going back to the glory days. For others, it'll just be, please don't embarrass myself too much. Now we're pausing for a quick moment of silence.
Thank you so much. All right, and now it's time to make the starting lineups for tonight's team. Starting with team
Players finally getting introduced. We're just about ready to go. The students have really showed up. A lot of them have signs to maybe try and get a little extra credit in some of their classes. Maybe, Ryan, what do you think?
I mean, hey, it would not surprise me. You know, coming from a student standpoint, I couldn't really see, you know, coming out on a Sunday night to come watch my professors play basketball. But, you know, if they're willing to put extra credit down on the line, or, you know, I would definitely go support them.
Definitely. I saw Kathy DeHart from the white team, appears to be a fan favorite. She had students taking pictures with her.
Yeah, you know, put her on Instagram. You know, she was trying to get out there on the social media. So, you know, Kathy DeHart, go follow her.
trying to speak the language of the students, I guess. You know what? This is really, really a spectacle. Who would have thought that this would be something that would be put on, but to be broadcasted live too, it's really special to be a part of.
It's awesome to have the opportunity, let these guys finally get the fame they might have always wanted, maybe watching Gonzaga men's basketball, women's basketball, most of these teachers are always at these games, and it's awesome they finally get their turn to play in front of some of the students.
It really is. It's funny how it comes full circle. And I would think that there's not many schools that would put this on, but this really says something about Gonzaga and the pride that we have in our faculty and how much they mean to kind of the overall development of students. Now we see David Faig. He will get the start for the blue team. He is the Bulldog Band leader. And Ryan, as a basketball player, what has the Bulldog Band meant to you?
Oh, the Bulldog Band it's unbelievable. We wouldn't be where we are without them. They add another big section onto the Kennel Club. When we go in the tournament, they're with us every single game, and they always bring such a good positive atmosphere that it's impossible not to want to go out and play your hardest. It's unbelievable.
You know what? Some of the band members were trying to organize an opportunity to come out and surprise Professor Faig out here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but just to even want to come out and that really shows how much love and admiration they have for Professor Faig.
Absolutely. You can just tell that all the people in the Bulldog Band just have so much enthusiasm, and I could tell that they really show respect to to Professor Faig, and that of course they'd want to come out here and surprise him or something, but unfortunately it was unable to happen.
Alrighty, well, we are just about set to go. The starting five for both teams out on the floor. We have our officials brought from the very fine Gonzaga intramural department, Ryan Kaindeck and Zach Brown, two seniors, and we are underway. The tip controlled by the white team. It's Tyler Wasson. We'll see how long it takes to get the first points up on the board.
I'll be ready for the code. Oh, no, nice little left.
Tritton driving baseline, couldn't finish. And here comes Geske for the blue team. Kind of a frantic pace to start. First shot from Hawk, no good. Crossing the offensive board. Geske unable to get it to go, and here they come running up and down. There is no way that this pace can continue.
Absolutely not, but look at that. There's that Kobe turnaround. Oh.
Left it just short. The quick trigger from Tyler Tritton on both possessions. Now it's Geske driving all the way, draws the contact, and he will go to the line for two. Matthew Geske headed to the line for the blue team.
He looks like the tallest player out here. This white team might have a tough time trying to get some rebounds over him, so hopefully they can box him out and keep him out of the paint.
Will be tough. That size is big. Geske no good on the first one, and we are still scoreless. Just over a minute gone. Matthew Geske checks in at 6'5" on the program here. He teaches in the physics department. Second free throw is good, and the blue team is on the board first. They lead this one 1-0. Eddie Birrer dribbling up for the white team. He pulls from three, shoots, no good. You could hear the crowd. They wanted that one to fall so badly. A lot of Dr. Birrer students out in attendance. Out in transition, Jimmy Smith, the long one. A little too long. Get a rebound from Faig. Both teams playing real hard. The spin move from Geske. $1 million move, 10-set finish.
Definitely a good look for him, though. He got the defense all on one side, spun back, and it didn't work out for him.
Quick possession from Wasson. You know what? There is no shot, but I don't think we need one. What a pass! Geske finds Faig out in transition, lays it up and in. That's some highlight reel material.
That's an ESPN top 10.
We'll see if the white team gets something going here. As Wasson looks for Tritton. No one's home, and he gets it back somehow. Bose with the turnaround. There it is. The white team is on the board.
Getting comfortable early. Likes to see the shot go in early.
These teams, it's not like a normal group where, you're practicing a couple times a week. They got together for one practice, and this is the product they have on the floor, and it's looking pretty good to start. It was funny, we were talking to some of the players, and they said that when you get a bunch of professors who are just used to teaching, they all want to run their own drills. Some of the accountants apparently needed some charts and diagrams to figure out, how to run a zone defense, how to run a play. It's really funny to see that role reversal and watch some of these professors become students of the game.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot different. Brains and athleticism is two completely different things. But you can see some of these professors they got the double punch. They got the shot and the brains. Oh, 360.
That was pretty out of control.
That's all right. He's got this next one. He's just getting it dialed in.
Here comes Jimmy Smith with the afro and all. The high socks, too. I miss those. He's just, when you talk about looking the part, he's got it. Eddie Birrer with the quick hands. The wily vet. And now we'll slow it down a little bit. Birrer pulls. No good again. Just the oohs and ahs when a shot from Birrer goes up.
The crowd wants one to fall for him.
Now Hoik, no good. Fag tries to go for the rebound and put back on one motion, and he cannot get it to fall. Just about halfway through the first quarter here. Our score, the blue team 3, the white team 2. This crowd, man, you would think we're in the kennel. We are GU chants coming out, all kinds of signs, just everyone just really excited to be here and to participate in this first annual professor basketball game. There's Birrer again on 1 foot. Nothing but net from the free throw line.
That's what the crowd's been waiting for.
I've seen that so many times out playing noon ball. Really a big-time competitor. Now Jimmy Smith working inside to Geske. The drop step on the baseline. No good. Tipped. Saved by Tritton, but he stepped on the end line, and the blue team will get it back. Now some subs into the game. We've got Ryan Mowry coming in for the blue team and Helen Smith Flores for the white team. Ball's inbounded to Smith.
Triple team.
Blue team looking to get their lead back. Nice pass out of the double team. Finds a cutting Jimmy Smith on the baseline. And it's 5-4 in favor of the blue squad.
It's the hair. It's all in the hair and the socks.
There goes Wasson, finds Tritton. Tritton has it blocked away. My partner knows a thing or two about block shots, huh?
It's all about having that height advantage. All about having the height advantage.
There's Hawk for 3. Gets the first 3 ball of the ball game to go. And the blue team stretches out to a 4-point lead. Eddie Birrer gets it back. This one from Steph Curry range, no good. Man, look at that. That confidence, though, to pull from that far back. The fast break. Mowry, no good. Smith working hard on the offensive glass. Another rebound. And it's Raja Bose coming away for the white team.
White teams have to start boxing out or something. The blue team's all over the glass, getting 3 offensive rebounds last possession.
We'll see where the source of offense comes for the white team. Tyler Tritton working off of a screen. Finds Bose. Bose steps out. No good from 3. The rebound to Fag. Professor Fag has been all over the glass. Mowry all the way. Looked like he might have drawn some contact, but no foul called.
Blue team's really looking out to get out in transition this game. They think maybe that's the advantage they have over in this game. We'll have to see.
We'll see if that's sustainable.
Exactly.
Wasson dribbles into a double team. It's back out to Birrer. Tritton from the elbow. Leaves it short. Back comes Jimmy Smith. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Nice pass to Hawk. Up and easy off the glass. And a nice little run here from the blue team. Wasson drives, gets a screen from Bose. No good again. The rebound corralled by Geske. Hawk again, she's left open from 3. Oh yeah, that's 2 in a row from AJ Hawk. She can shoot it from the outside.
Yeah, she has a very, very good form. Looking to see how many more she'll put up at the end of the half.
We'll see if Eddie Birrer continues to be confident with his shot. Tritton, that fall away, no good. Another rebound to Geske. And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. Our score, the blue team 13, the white team 4. What are you seeing early?
You know, the white team definitely got a commanding lead, or blue team, excuse me, has a commanding lead pretty early. You know, they just seem like they have more energy than this white team. This white team comes out a little slow. Maybe it's just they need to move the ball more or something, but they definitely need to change it up a little bit.
AJ Hawk has really been doing some damage. And now we introduce Eddie Birrer to start the game. Now let's head over to our next story, and that is Professor Heidi Nordstrom, and she has taken her passion and used it to apply it to, my apologies, it's Bruce Worobec, check that. And Bruce Worobec loves his school, and here he is.
So when McCarthy Center opened, there was a window to get season tickets. So my wife and I got season tickets, and then kept driving over for games. Why don't we just move to Spokane? So got a job actually with the Vista here locally, and then that kind of led to other jobs and led to a teaching opportunity here. So it really was coming to basketball games that got me back here teaching. When I was here, the kennel had just started. Back then, it was mostly baseball players. So, you know, a few other people joined in, but it wasn't the whole student body. It was just a small group of crazies, and again, mostly baseball players. So when I landed here, I didn't know we played Division I basketball. So I was very surprised to, oh, we got basketball games, and so it was not a big deal at the start, but over time, it definitely became important. Again, a lot due to John Stockton. He, you know, kind of got people motivated, and then he was going to, you know, be potentially in the Olympics and potentially get drafted. So people started paying a lot more attention. A bunch of the basketball players used to live back in De Smet, and so when it wasn't in the season, we would often have games down at what was then Kennedy Pavilion. And just he went up for one, and I just swatted the heck out of it. So maybe that's probably my biggest hope at this point. No air ball. And I would love to swat somebody's shot and hear the "you got swatted" chant. That would be good too.